It's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Browns 14, Jets nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's coming. We got double up.
Well, they'll run it here on the Jets sweep. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
50's the mile. 50's the mile. Man, I got you. Pistol.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd down and 10. Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. and touchdown, New York.
Number 36.
A great effort there. 89 yards. And the Jets are within a 2-point conversion of tying this thing up. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Score Browns 14, Jets 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Alert, 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 alert. Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50. Go. Go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming for you, Mom. Hey, hey. Kings. 50 to Mike.
Mayfield on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Play fake, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now it's Bird on the return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And 10. At the 30.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. His throw caught, and about the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown.
Brashad Perriman. 37 yards, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Jets 28, Browns 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get...
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 5.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Bird to return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
The 24-yard line.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. That'll be taken in by Byrd. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. The pass complete. It's Byrd. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Complete.
Byrd, 57 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
At the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Hunt. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. They'll run. This is Hunt. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking downfield for Godwin. This is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. A smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mayfield going to keep it on the option. Now Mayfield lost the football, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns get a score closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw, Darnold. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Jets punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The 25-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. Shoot!
Now Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And it's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down.
Chris Godwin. It's a gain of 14 and brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield, and he slings one that's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's third down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle, and this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think.
It's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
50's the money. 50's the money. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, 133.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brought down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's third down.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's Perriman. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. A second broken tackle. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Third down.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. This to make it a 3-score game late. Rosas' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Drop deep.
On second down, Mayfield again. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Check, check. Lucky.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The 20. There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And the lead is now 24.
Is good. Makes the score Jets 45. Browns 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A first down throw for Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, That type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Brashad Perriman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Aldrick Rosas lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Score Jets 52.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what?
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted by the Jets. They'll take over.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And they take a knee.
Today's final score, Jets 52.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my brother.